I have words for my amazement, I have not. Where do you think I just came from? The RCA Exhibition Hall in New York City. Well, if you don't go and see what I saw, then you don't know what a world we're living in. I don't have words in my vocabulary. But I have the extreme honor to introduce to you John William Streeter, historian of science at the Franklin Institute in Philadelphia. Now you'll know when I say RCA.
Good evening. Tonight we're going to prove that you don't have to put up with television interference. Each of these screens up here behind me will show you one kind of interference you may be getting on your present set. Interference, the famous magic monitor circuit system, screens out automatically inside every RCA Victor television set. Now here on the rail are 3 buttons. Each one controls its own screen up here. As I press each button in turn, you can watch the RCA Victor magic monitor circuit system go to work. Now you may be getting a pulsation or flutter from a passing airplane. But see how the magic monitor stops it. Automatically. And here you'll recognize vertical rollover. This is due to heavy electrical interference. Watch. The magic monitor stops it. Here we have horizontal tear caused by electrical appliances in your own home. This is what the magic monitor does. All right, we'll try it again. These are just some types of interference that RCA Victor's magic monitor screens out automatically to give you television's clearest, strongest, and steadiest picture.
The magic monitor is an important part of rotomatic tuning, found in every new RCA Victor television set. The magic monitor is another reason why every year more people buy RCA Victor than any other television.
No. What did I tell you? Over 100,000 people have seen this demonstration that Mr. Streeter just showed to you. So why don't you go? RCA, huh? Not just initials, but a name to remember when you want the best. And another good reason for owning an RCA Victor, you can get an RCA Victor factory service contract. And that do I have to tell you that reason? Expert installating. Just pick up the telephone in any big city. Oh, what RCA did for the world, huh? Marvelous. Marvelous!
Mother, darling, don't go in the kitchen. Uncle David is cooking.
Yeah, well, I want to finish my supper.
Let him do it. He's doing it, Ma.
All right.
You know how Uncle David is when he gets in a mood, and he's in a mood.
All right, so I want to see him. Put on your shipper shawl. David?
I'm cooking, Molly.
Let me finish the supper, David, dear.
Molly, please. You finished Samuel's letter? You're writing a letter to Samuel, no?
But let me finish.
Please, Molly, tonight I want to make something that I like, if you don't mind.
All right. All right.
Well?
Something is burning, no?
I like it brown. I'm not burning.
I know.
Where do you keep your onions, Molly?
I'll get the onions.
You can't tell me.
In the bottom drawer where I keep the potatoes.
Where do you keep the potatoes?
Where I keep
the onions. So why did you tell me? I'll find them myself.
Oh. All right, David.
Oh.
Ma?
Not a word.
Sometimes he's an angel, and sometimes...
All right, not a word, please. Everybody gets old. You'll have to have patience with me also, Rosalie, someday.
Taste, Molly. Okay.
Too much salt.
That's too much salt. Not enough.
A little pepper.
I put pepper on pepper.
Yeah? All right, Dave.
I must have put a little more pepper. I see you don't feel so today.
No, I have a little headache.
In a minute I can tell when you don't feel well. In a minute. Mm-hmm. And another thing, why do you keep your onions in a drawer?
So where should I keep them?
On the fire escape.
All right,
Darling, are you really getting a headache?
Oh, if I haven't got one, I'm going to get one. I don't know. This is going on since early this morning, Rosalie.
Good evening.
Good
evening, Rosalie dear.
Good evening,
Molly
darling.
dear.
Good evening, sweetheart.
Jack, you're home?
If I'm here, I'm home.
It's early, no?
Not earlier than usual, David, darling.
Supper's nearly finished. I'm simmering the onions.
I can wait.
How my Sally, the doctor, loves my simmered onions. Tonight you'll have a supper. I'm making supper.
Why is David making supper? You don't feel
Oh,
well, Molly?
I'm fine. He wanted to putter.
Well, let him putter.
So I'm letting him. Go get washed up, darling.
There's time.
I was just writing Sam a little letter.
Leave the letter. We'll write it later.
Oh, Jake, I see something is already. So what?
Molly dear,
Yeah.
who do you think is in New York City?
Who?
You remember my Uncle Berish?
Your Uncle Berish from Indianapolis?
Well, how many Uncle Berishes do I have?
Oh, my soul.
So I was just going out to lunch.
Yeah.
And as I was stepping my foot into the elevator, who was stepping his foot out?
Who?
None other but my Uncle Berish.
Oh,
no. Molly, a sweeter man never lived. For 2 hours we sat and we talked. He brought back things that I thought I forgot. My whole childhood. I bet you think your father was never a boy, huh, Rosalie? Can you believe it, Molly? I loved my Uncle Berish
Like I love my Uncle David?
as much as I loved my own father.
Yes,
Sweet, kind, smart. How many people have we got that can still remember us when we were children? There's Tante Elke,
sir. Uncle David.
my Uncle Berish, and
That's all.
that's all.
What, the Berish?
My Uncle Berish.
He's still living?
Why shouldn't he be still living?
Well, I'm only asking.
He's living and he's well.
Where's he living?
He just came to New York from Indianapolis. He was living with his son.
Hmm.
His son is also a doctor,
Yeah? A doctor?
a dentist.
Why did you say a doctor?
Where is he living now, Pa?
He's going to be in New York for a visit.
Which son is the dentist?
The doctor?
The dentist.
Oh, the downstairs bell.
Downstairs.
Take the buzzer, Rosalie. That must be Uncle Berish now.
Oh, Jake, why didn't you tell me Berish was coming for supper? I would have cooked something.
And mine cooking?
When we don't have company, David.
Thank you.
I'll put Berish in Sammy's room.
What do you mean?
Well, I asked Uncle Berish to come and stay with us while he's in New York. I knew you wouldn't mind, Molly.
No.
For how long?
Let me open the door. And don't forget, this is my favorite uncle. Molly, you'll love him like I do. Come in, Uncle Berish.
Hello, everybody. Hi. Jake, will you tell the man where to put my trunk?
Ma, where do you want me to set the table for breakfast? I don't hear you. Are we having breakfast in the kitchen or in the dining room?
Oh, not so loud, please. You want to wake Uncle Berish? Oh, you got the fresh rolls? They're fresh? Papa said Berish likes only fresh rolls.
They're still warm.
Yeah, I see that. Very nice. And the buttermilk rolls in the
In the icebox?
All right, darling. Can Uncle Berish's cereal simmering?
Yes.
All right, darling. You'll set inside, huh?
Good morning, good morning, good morning, Rosalie.
Good morning, Jay, dear.
Good morning, Molly dear. How are you this morning?
Fine. The uncles are up.
I heard your uncle stirring. My uncle is still sleeping.
No, so let them sleep, darling. What should I fix you?
The usual.
Here or inside?
Why not here?
All right, darling. Rosalie, dear, tiptoe in and see which uncle is up, yes?
My Uncle Berish takes hot water and lemon before breakfast, Molly.
Yeah, I know, darling. You told me.
Did you get soft and fresh rolls?
Feel them, darling. Squeeze them. They're fresh and they're warm.
And buttermilk?
Everything, sweetheart.
Fine.
Everything. I'm scrambling you, darling.
On both sides, please.
All right.
Uncle David is up.
Oh, yeah? How does it feel?
I didn't see him. I just heard him. He's taking a shower.
Tell Uncle David not to be too long.
Listen, darling, if your uncle is still sleeping...
I'll go see.
No, your breakfast will get cold,
I'll see
darling.
you, Pa.
Go down.
Molly, dear,
Yeah.
I have 2 tickets for the theater for tonight. I thought I would take my Uncle Berish.
No, why not?
You don't mind?
Why should I mind? Morning, David.
Molly said good morning, David.
Style. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Maybe sometimes it's not such a good morning.
You don't feel well, David.
Can't turn my head. Who took my soft pillow?
So I gave you my pillow.
Where's my big soft pillow?
I gave it to my Uncle Berish.
Thank you.
Uncle Berish will have his hot water in 11 now, Ma.
Breakfast in bed?
Why in bed?
David, sit down and have your breakfast.
For whom are the buttermilk?
My Uncle Berish.
Cooked cereal? New style. Also Uncle Berish?
What's the matter with Uncle David again?
Jay,
Yeah?
you wouldn't get mad?
Why should I get mad?
I think maybe you shouldn't take your Uncle Berish to the theater tonight.
So what'll I do with the tickets? Take David?
That I didn't say.
Well, what are you saying?
Well, why don't you and Mama go? You said you wanted to see the 5th season. Don't worry about the uncles. You go together.
My Uncle Berish hasn't seen a show in...
I don't want David to feel bad.
All right, so we'll go together. But after all, David is not a visitor.
Was it knocking? They're fixing
Was
the
it?
steam heat already.
It's a little early, no?
Huh?
It's a little early.
Hi. Maybe they're recuperating the pint. Morning, Barry.
Good morning, Uncle Berish.
Good morning. Good morning, Rosalie. Good morning,
Good morning.
Jake. Good morning, Molly.
Morning.
Polly, say good morning. Go ahead, say good morning.
Morning. This is my pillow.
Barish, come, you have breakfast?
I didn't eat it neither,
So
Mom.
come, David.
Molly, this is my middle grandchild. Ah, how she loves me.
It's a grandchild, no?
8 grandchildren. They all love me. Ah, how they love me.
Come, darling, sit.
Yeah.
Come, David, dear.
Yeah.
Come, sit.
Uncle's hot water, Rosalie?
David Lemon, please.
Me also hot water with lemon.
Molly made you cooked cereal.
Thank you, Molly.
David, darling, you'll have your coffee and roast and as usual?
Cooked cereal also.
Eggs, Berish?
It's soft-boiled. 3 minutes, 2 seconds. Not more, not less.
Such a little breakfast you eat, baby?
Oh, I'm a small eater. Just water and lemon, prune juice, orange juice, cooked cereal, 2 soft-boiled eggs, 2 rolls, 2 coffees, and 1 buttermilk, and that's all.
Always you eat such a small breakfast, or only when you're visiting?
And David, in my Jake's house, I'm not a visitor.
Well, then I guess.
I'm an uncle, and I like you are an uncle.
And David and for Barry.
Thank you.
Didn't give me lemon, Rosalind.
We only had 1 piece.
Boy, I forgot to buy lemons. Oh, man.
Here, David.
Thank you.
Sweet.
Well, Berish, so how many years didn't we see each other?
David, I don't count years. You know, the great philosopher Spinoza said, time is time.
That's how you said it? Smart man.
Oh, excuse me.
The parlor?
Excuse me. Polly, say good morning. Everybody loves me. Say everybody loves me. Bashful. Hello, Schopenhauer. Hello, Shakespeare. Good morning. Hello, Julius. Julius, here, Julius.
Julius with Shakespeare?
Julius Caesar. I had that Karl Marx, but I had to give him away.
Why do you name your fish after philosophers, Uncle Berish?
Literature, Rosalie. The printed word. All my life I spend with books. Many happy hours I spend with Shakespeare, Huxley, up till Hemingway, till my eyes got bad.
Uncle Berish, would you say that Hemingway influenced O'Hara?
O'Hara? Well, Rosalie, in my opinion, Hemingway, if you want to compare him with Shakespeare, or for instance, let's say to take another, for instance, Frank Kafka, Nietzsche, Schopenhauer, Socrates, or even take Albert Einstein.
I can't stand it. I can't stand it. You can call your fish Julius Caesar or Spinoza, but please don't have opinions.
Where am I? Where am I? Am I in America, USA? Or am I someplace else? David? Free speech is free opinions. So please, my opinion, don't take away from me. What was your question, Rosalind?
Hemingway.
Hemingway. Well, Hemingway...
Berish, please, Berish. Because you were a bookbinder, because you worked 40 years as a bookbinder, does that mean to say that you know what's in the books? Did you read one page?
Oh, you were standing on my shoulder?
You read Shakespeare?
Sure, yes, I read Shakespeare.
You read Shakespeare? So what did King Lear say to his youngest daughter?
King Lear said to his... Well, if you don't know it, why should I tell you?
And why did Othello want a handkerchief from Desdemona?
Why Othello wanted a handkerchief from the... Elementary, my dear David. Elementary.
All right, elementary. All right, elementary. So who was Hamlet?
Don't you know who Hamlet was? Hamlet was a great Dane.
And I suppose Henry V was a cocker spaniel.
I don't like it, David. I don't like it. Questions and questions and questions.
Uncle
he's
Berish,
asking me.
please,
I
please,
don't like it, David.
I don't like it neither. I was a watchmaker, so I'm Mr. Longine, Mr. Whitnauer.
The coffee is getting
I
cold.
don't want coffee.
Berish, your coffee?
I don't want coffee neither.
Uncle Berish, please.
Oh,
Show off. Everybody loves him.
oh, David.
Yes, David.
Berish is a very nice man.
I'm your Uncle Malady.
Oh, David.
Everybody loves him.
Everybody loves me.
Everybody, Uncle
What
Berish.
did I say? You tell me. What did I say?
Come, Uncle Berish, it's a hot day. When you know David like I know David.
I don't want to know him like you know him. It's enough I know him the way I know him.
David, please drink your coffee. I'll bring in sugar.
Lumps, please.
Me also
Come,
lump.
I'll bring in lumps. Come. Jake, we can go to the theater tonight together. We should go. What will happen if they're here alone?
So what'll I do with the theater tickets for the 5th season?
Call up Mendel and give Mendel the tickets.
Hey, come, bring the sugar.
I'm bringing. Eat. Sugar.
Sugar.
Only one lump?
Oh, I'll get the granulator, David. Oh,
No.
I'll get the granulator.
No, thank you.
Thank you.
Here, David.
Thank you.
Sweet. What do you think?
I'll meet you in front of the theater.
You must sing?
I mustn't. All right.
More tea, Uncle David?
No.
Here. This game you nearly won, David.
Don't say nearly because it wasn't nearly. Now, this time, I'll take the red and you'll take the
All
black.
right. You can take the head.
Another game?
Here.
If you're sleepy, Rosalie, go to bed.
You've been playing for hours.
Well, one game I have to win. Where do we hold?
5-0 in favor of me. But this time I'll give you a kink, a handicap.
No, not the door.
All right. You
Not
don't
the-
want it. You don't want it.
You sure it's all right if I go to bed?
Sure, now.
Why not? What have you, babies? You have to
Good
babysit
night.
with us.
Be good children, you hear?
Mm-hmm. Your move.
Mm.
I mustn't. So I wouldn't. Here. You know why I'm such a good player?
And if you are a good player, is that such a big accomplishment? A person has nothing else on his mind but checkers.
Now, David, I had nothing on my mind but checkers. 5 children to raise, 2 girls, 3 boys, an accountant, a lawyer, and a doctor.
You mean a dentist? A dentist is not a doctor. My Sally is a doctor. MD. You move.
Never mind your move. Wait with the move. You have spoken, now I'll speak. When you told me I'm a bookmaker and I don't even know what's in the books, all right, so you insulted me. But when you touch my Marvin, I can say that you are Sally.
Leave my son.
So don't touch my Marvin. I wouldn't touch your Sally.
So don't say my son the doctor. Say my son the dentist. DDS is not MD.
So what's DDS? Doctor of Dental Surgery?
What's dental? Dental is teeth. A dentist knows from here to here. But a doctor has to know from a person's head, including everything down. Tell me, how many years did your Marvin go to college?
With the highest honors he got his degree. With the highest honors.
How many years did he go? Did he go pre-med 2 years?
Yes, pre-med 2 years.
Pre-med 2 years?
Yes.
So why did he go pre-med, to pull out a tooth?
You're intelligent or you're not intelligent. Don't you know that the teeth are the most important part in the human body?
Very important. Very important. But can he put in a person a new heart, a new lung, a new liver? How many people are walking around with false teeth, huh? Tell me.
So I'll tell you.
Yeah.
And I'll ask you the same question. Yeah. Can a doctor give you a new heart? Yeah. No. Absolutely no. But a dentist can give you new teeth. So who's more important? I ask you. Who's more important?
Are you foolish or you're making yourself foolish?
David? Now, one more word in the wrong direction.
Don't give me direction. I still say that
I know already. 2 uncles under the same roof, especially if one uncle is you, is not possible.
Exactly.
Thank you for insulting me.
How did I insult you? Because I said a doctor is more than...
That's all. I'm packing and I'm leaving. My children have open arms for me. I don't have to live by anybody. My son provided for my future. He bought a beautiful cemetery lot for me. And only 2 blocks from the subway.
I also have children with open arms.
Does a doctor know about a root canal?
Does a dentist know about a gallbladder?
Can a doctor even cure an ordinary cold?
Here's a dictionary, and see what it says about a dentist, and see what it says about a doctor.
I don't have to look. I know.
Had a wonderful evening, Jay, darling. Thank you very much. What a play. I laughed. That's a menage at school.
I'm still laughing.
Why, the uncles left out all the lights.
They must have forgotten to turn them off. I'll see how
I'll go see how David
is a dentist.
Is a doctor more than a dentist?
So what's the question, please?
Is a
doctor more than a dentist?
Doctor.
A doctor is a doctor, and a dentist is a dentist.
Thank you very much.
No? What did I tell you?
Nothing.
Why did you say a doctor is a doctor and a dentist is only a dentist?
I said only. I said a doctor is a doctor and a dentist is a dentist.
And a dentist is not a doctor?
It's not the same.
It's what?
What do you mean? A medical doctor is
If it was vice versa.
And if it was vice versa?
Because it happens to be your Uncle David, Sally the doctor.
You imagine.
My Uncle Berish worked just as hard to educate his Marvin the doctor as your Uncle David did to educate his Sally the doctor.
Did I say something about your Uncle
Did you have
Berish?
to say? Did you have
Do
to
you
say?
know what my Uncle David went through?
You don't have to tell me. I know.
But you're waking up the whole house. All right, Jake. All right. Very well. All I want is a period on the discussion.
I can see that your own blood is redder than water.
You see?
What a guest in the house can do?
You, not me.
Jake will see you packed here. He'll blame Molly.
And vice versa.
Unpack and stay.
And you?
I'll sacrifice myself.
I'll sacrifice myself also.
And I still say.
Hey, don't say it, Molly.
Don't tell me not to say it, Jake. And I still say, Jake, please, and don't tell me not, because in my home, free speech is not prohibited.
When it insults my flesh and blood?
Your flesh and blood.
The argument.
What's the discussion?
Well, I just said that a doctor is a doctor and a dentist is a dentist.
Exactly.
Well, it was only a question. Everybody knows a doctor is a doctor and a dentist is a dentist.
So?
So?
Nothing.
Everybody loves me. Everybody loves me. Everybody loves me. Oh, everybody loves me.
Molly, and I still say, a dentist is a doctor.
So let me like you said. I can't get the music out of my head. That's the saber dance. That's the saber dance by, what's that man's name? Saber dance by Chesky, I think that's the name. And, I don't know, mine records are my Carnegie Hall. And I want you to read this before I say goodnight to you. I want you to read How to Beat the Heat. Listen, I have to tell you how to beat the heat. Is it a pleasure to get up in the morning when it's hot and it's humid and the temperature is above, I don't know what, an RCA room conditioner? I have to tell you what that means. Listen, I'm only saying that you don't have to go to Alaska to keep cool. An RCA room air conditioner is cheaper and lasts longer, and then it gets better results. Believe me. And I only want you to do something. Will you please just put your name on a postal card. Before I say it, I want you to know that the world is so full of RCA things that we all could be as happy as kings. And it's so important. I want you this minute to send your name and address on a postal card to RCA, Box 215, Camden, New Jersey. And do it this minute, please. And you'll thank me. I can't get the saber dance out of my mouth. Good night.
RCA, the Radio Corporation of America, and RCA Victor, thank you for the opportunity of coming into your home tonight. The Goldbergs will return to your screen at the same time next week.